All right, so this is 7319 Monticello. It's rough right now with the snow, so it's just rough. So don't mind that. That will be here when you get here. So you kind of walk up, and you see there is a carport here, and here's the front door. Here's a side door that walks out to the carport. This is probably some storage. Yeah, looks like it back there. There's the HVAC stuff, but little window. Okay, so here's the storage and then the carport. All right, so I'm gonna go in the house and then we'll pick up right there. Okay, we're back. So here is the front door. So I will turn around. So as if you're walking into the front door, the first thing you see is this entryway here. It has nice windows. It has newer contemporary blinds. They're white. They're in good shape. Two of the windows open on each side. So this would be kind of your entryway, which is nice. It gives you a space to come in and put your stuff down. And then here is your living room. So this is pretty good sized. Definitely some couches, a sectional, maybe a sectional and a couple chairs. It's not enormous, but it's pretty good size. So you have the cool fireplace here, and then this is presumably the dining area. So this is all one carpet. It's squishy and soft, but it looks kind of more like a commercial carpet than a residential carpet, but it doesn't feel like a cheap commercial carpet. So it feels okay on your feet. It just looks a little different. So dining area, and then here's the kitchen. So it's a smaller footprint of a kitchen, but it has a lot of cabinets. These are tall 42-inch cabinets, which is nice. So you have a lot of space in here. Drawers, so soft close hinges, looks like pullouts. Oh, well, that cabinet's really hard to open, but there are pullouts in there. Under the sink, you get this cute little corner cabinet. Okay, all right. Lazy Susan drawers here. These are wood. They're older, and they could use a refinish, but they're in good shape. They're actual wood. They're solid cabinets, so they look pretty good. Granite countertop, almost a full-size sink. Not quite as big as some of the others, but not quite as small as some of the others. Here's the refrigerator. Very clean on the inside. This place is pretty clean. You can tell people have been walking through here, and but it's pretty clean. So gas range, microwave, and then you kind of walk through here, and then this is that space that we kind of looked at off the carport. So it's definitely colder in here, so you probably want to keep this door closed just for temperature purposes. There's the water heater. This is kind of like the boring closet. You have some shelving, some space for storage here, washer and dryer, and then there's that door that goes out to the carport, and then you would turn right and you would see the rest of the outdoor storage. We can pop out there maybe. I'll check and see if it's open. Sometimes it's not. The utility sink looks like it might be filled with paint. I don't know if I'd use that, but you could try it. Okay, so you get this nice, pretty kitchen window. So it's not much of a view when you're doing the dishes, but it is a lot of light. So it brings a lot of light into the space. Some light bulbs are out here. Easy fix. So here we go back, and then here's the dining space. And then this was obviously an addition. So you walk here. They have this rail, but it's all one level. So it's a little teeny bit of a ramp, but not really. And then you have this extra bonus space back here. So the same carpet. You've got some bookshelves. That's the utility closet. That's where the furnace is. Window here. Some track lighting. So this room has overhead lighting, which is nice. This is a giant door. This is probably a 10-foot slider. So it lets in lots of light. So your backyard is a hill here. And then that house is undergoing some major renovation and construction. So that'd be one thing to be mindful of, but it looks like they're almost done. All the framing is done in the windows, and there's probably not a ton left. So, so here we go. I'll pan around a little bit more slowly. So you can see the front door there is all the way down and then to the right. So we're going to start from the logical way here. The house is kind of a bit of a maze. It's kind of neat if you like that sort of thing. But so here, off our living room, is the coat closet right here. So pretty good sized. It has this cool parquet flooring that's probably original to the house. Don't see that anymore, so it's kind of neat. Here's your powder room. Cute. It's very narrow. It's really cute. It's cute. So pedestal sink, standard mirror, nothing fancy, but very nice. Guest bathroom there. And then we're gonna go here down the hallway. So I believe it's the same floor. The floors kind of change color. This floor is not as in good of shape as some of the other floors we've looked at, but it's fine. Like, it's fine. I think it really needs just a really good sweep and vacuum. Here is the full bath that is here. So toilet, little sink. That is a medicine cabinet. Shower with a glass door. Cute little black windows. Towel bar. So this is the bathroom. This is the first bedroom here. So this shows the front. So this is on the very front of the house. That's my car out there. And then a side window. And it does have a closet. So this has the same carpet as the rest of the area. No overhead lights in most of these rooms. These doors, yeah, they're slide a little rough, but they do open. So built-in system in there. And then we'll go down here. So this is the linen closet. So we're kind of see the hallway. So that's the living room. So we came down the hallway, the bathroom. Now we're in this hallway here. So here's the front bedroom, the first one. Here's the linen closet. Nice linen closet. Not too deep. So that's good. Okay, so we're going to keep going down the hallway. And then here's another bedroom. This bedroom is a little bit larger than the first one. Not a ton. It's definitely darker without that second window. So let's see. Let me open the blinds a little bit. So there's definitely less light in this room. There's an electrical panel. The floor kind of creaks. I don't know if you can hear it. It's like it's not quite stuck down in a couple areas. Not a huge deal. Just something to know. 2 bars built into the closet there. And then this cute little built-in bookshelf. So, all right. And then this, I don't know what this is. I don't think this is a bedroom because it doesn't have doors. So I'm not sure what it is. It's really cute. It does have an overhead light, which is interesting. I'm not sure how you turn it on. Oh, here's a switch. Okay. So here we go. So cool office room, maybe storage. I don't know. Yeah, because it doesn't have any doors. So there's no door there. And then there's no door there. So it's kind of a different type of room, but great for an office or a library or like a sitting room, here. Built-in bookshelf situation. Very cool. Now we're back to this carpet. Here is what I would imagine is the primary bedroom. This is the largest bedroom by a large margin. There is an overhead light in here and also some really cool stars. So, those would probably come down if you wanted to, but there is a fan here. Big slider, not quite as big as the one in the living room, but same slider. So they match. And then you have a little, I don't know if you have a patio out there or not. Honestly, you have a step. I'm not sure if there's a patio. I can't see it. There is a little bit of a light there, which is nice. So there's the side yard. And then here we go. So we'll pan around again. Nice room. It's kind of a cream color. They did the color drench where the trim is the same color as the walls. So, and the doors and everything. So yeah, it looks good. It's a nice neutral color. It's in pretty good shape. Not as good as the last one, but better than some of the ones we looked at last time. Here's a thermostat. So then we kind of come back into this space here. So I'll walk around one more time just so you can get a feel for it because it's kind of strange. Now, here we go, big doors. So this is like the back living room area, rec room, den, whatever, dining space, kitchen. That's the utility room back there and the way out to the garage or the carport, excuse me. Here's like another living area. There's the entryway, front door, and then we start the bedroom maze back here. So linen closet, powder room, full bath, one room that has more light, one room that has less light, but is still nice, and one room that has, an overhead light and no doors, but a closet. So there we go. Here is the primary bedroom, big, lots of light, bookshelf, and then we're kind of back at the loop. So hope that helps. Okay, I took a peek in the storage unit real quick since it wasn't locked and it didn't feel like it was an invasion of the law or someone's privacy. And here is the storage shed. So this is probably like a trash can, but there is this, it's pretty good sized. It's got a window, 2 windows for light. There is some shelving in here too. So it's cold in here, you know, so you wouldn't want to store anything super expensive, but definitely for bikes, yard equipment, Christmas decor, you know, stuff like that would be great. So there you go.